Hey guys, Mona Lisa here, and I'm going to be reacting to Game of Thrones Season 4, Episode 4. Sort of the main things I took out of the last episode and what I think. Um, Initially, I thought that perhaps Tywin had something to do with Joffrey's death. I don't think he did. I think it was just a happy coincidence for him that that happened, and because obviously Tommen, he's going to be easier to train and manipulate. So yeah, I think it was just a happy coincidence for Tywin that Joffrey died. Um, yeah, Jaime raped Cersei, which I'm not happy about. I didn't think he was going to be like that, but yeah. And it looks like Dany is gonna get a much bigger army. So I don't know if you've seen my t-shirt. It's a new t-shirt with the dragon on it. Yeah, pretty cool. You can get them on eBay if you want. Just go on there and look for Game of Thrones t-shirts, and yeah, these come up. So they're pretty cool and pretty cheap as well. So yeah, my whiteboard, there's a few people who've gone up and a few people who've gone down, and the ones who've gone up is Jon, Arya, and Cersei, and the ones who've gone down is Jaime and the Hound. I wasn't quite happy with what the Hound was up to last episode, so yeah. I got a Patreon if you guys like to check out the full reactions. They're on there, both for Game of Thrones and for Breaking Bad. And I am in the middle of updating the Stranger Things reactions that I've done to the full reactions, and I'm going to put them up there on Patreon as well, so you can go and have a look at them as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. Again, guys, no spoilers, no hints, no going on in length about things that's happened in the episode. It will just ruin the reaction for me and for you guys. So please, no spoilers on that. You know that. And yeah, that being said, let's get started.
It's time.
Ateş!
I didn't see what was at the top of the tower. I think it's great what she's doing, freeing the slaves, but when she's having them fight for her, I don't know if it's freeing them as such. I mean, you could argue, yeah, she's going to take care of them, but you know, what are they going to do if they don't say yes, stay there and starve or whatever? I think, yeah, she wants to free him, but her main goal,
how many
I think,
children
is
did the great masters nail to mileposts?
use them as soldiers.
163, Khaleesi.
Sometimes it is better to answer injustice with mercy.
I will answer injustice with justice.
This is where it becomes dangerous because, you know, if she's going to kill them in front of them or whatever, then, you know, she's no better than the masters, or is she? Oh, it was the flag. Ah, I see.
That was me knocking your ass to the dirt with your own hand.
You want to fight pretty or you want to win?
You talk
Yeah.
to my brother this way.
All the time. He got used to it.
You haven't been to see him yet, eh?
We're done for today.
Guys? Depends.
Ooh, that was a
Did you
dig,
do
wasn't
it?
it?
The Kingslayer brothers. You like it? I like it. You really asking if I killed your son?
Are you really asking if I'd kill my brother?
A trial
If the killer threw himself before the Iron Throne, confessed to his crimes, and gave irrefutable evidence of his guilt, it wouldn't matter to Cersei. She won't rest until my head's on a spike.
Not just yours. She's offering a knighthood to whomever finds Sansa Stark.
Sansa's not a killer. Not yet, anyway.
So they're gonna go to Sansa now. Yeah.
Where are you taking me?
I'm getting married to your Aunt Lysa. She's waiting for us at the Eyrie. You'll be safe there.
Did you kill Joffrey?
Did I kill Joffrey? I've been in the Vale for weeks.
I know it was you.
And who helped me with this conspiracy?
Well, there was Sir Dontus. You used him to get me out of King's Landing, but you would never trust him to kill the king.
Then perhaps it was your husband.
No.
You're right. He wasn't involved in Joffrey's death. But you were.
I don't understand. The Lannisters gave you wealth, power. Joffrey made you the Lord of Harrenhal.
A man with no motive is a man no one suspects. Always keep your foes confused. If they don't know who you are or what you want, they can't know what you plan to do next. I'd risk everything to get what I want.
And what do you want?
Everything. My new friends are predictable, very reasonable people. As for what happened to Joffrey, well, that was something my new friends wanted very badly. Nothing like a thoughtful gift to make a new friendship grow strong.
I can't believe you're going. Leaving me alone here with these people.
So did he make an alliance with the Tyrells then?
I wasn't originally meant to marry your grandfather Luther, you know. He was engaged to my sister. I was to be given to some Targaryen or other. But the moment I saw my intended, with his twitchy little ferret's face and ludicrous silver hair, I knew he wouldn't do. Cersei may be vicious, but she's not stupid. She'll turn the boy against you as soon as she can. And by the time you're married, it'll be too late. Luckily for you, the Queen Regent is rather distracted at the moment, mourning her dear departed boy, accusing her brother of his murder, which he didn't commit.
Well, he could have done.
Oh, he could have done, but he didn't.
You don't know, Grandmother.
But I do know. You don't think I'd let you marry that beast, do you?
I don't understand. Who?
Don't you worry yourself about all that. You just do what needs to be done.
I'm just trying to process what the hell has just happened.
You two. Take it slow. Try and disarm each other.
I thought it was Locke.
Lord Snow, what do you think you're doing?
Glen and I were helping them.
Gren's a ranger. You're a steward. Maybe you forgot that while you were off with your wildling bitch, but I didn't. Go on, do it. You traitor's bastard. Give me an excuse. Mormont's not here to protect you now.
You might reconsider his request to march on Crasters. Let the mutineers take care of Snow, or you might be taking orders from him the rest of your life.
Name's Locke.
It is Locke.
Jon Snow.
Oh no.
Wanted to do my part for the safety of the realm.
So yeah, he's there to kill Jon.
I was a game
Obviously.
warden in the Stormlands. Fed a prize partridge to me hungry kids. Was stupid enough to get caught.
Chose the wall over losing my hand. Figured I wouldn't have to suck up to any highball.
Get on with it! What are you waiting for? Summer?
Guess I was wrong.
Sir Jaime Lannister, knighted and named to the Kingsguard in his 16th year, murdered his king, Aerys II, pardoned by Robert Baratheon.
Valyrian steel. It's yours.
I can't accept.
It was reforged from Ned Stark's sword. You'll use it to defend Ned Stark's daughter. I've got something else for you.
Oh.
I hope I got your measurements right.
I'll find her.
They say the best swords have names. Any ideas?
Oathkeeper.
That's a good name. It would be amazing if, stop saying amazing, it would be brilliant if Brienne is gonna be the one killing Littlefinger.
Your foray to Craster's Keep. I'll sanction it. But I won't order anyone to go with you. Volunteers only.
Thank you, Sir Alistair.
So he wants to get rid of all the Jon sympathizers, or whatever you call it.
If the Night's Watch are truly brothers, then Lord Commander Mormont was our father. He lived and died for the Watch, and he was betrayed by his own men, stabbed in the back by cowards. He deserved far better. All we can give him now is justice. Who will join me?
Well, it's going to be his three guys, Locke and the boy. I think the boy's going to want to go, isn't he?
They nine so much. Look. Jon might be here.
There might have been Night's Watch once, not anymore. We're not safe here. We need to go.
No.
If I'm not back soon, we'll meet at...
Oh, no.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, you
Hold on.
If I was your size, I'd be king of the world.
Oh, is he seeing through that babies? So that means he knows where they're going. There's a lot of things going on in this one. A very good episode. Very good episode, so yeah, let's go through it. It turned out that Grey Worm were learning, I don't know, is it called English where they are? I would imagine it is. I don't know. Well, they're speaking English, the English we know, aren't they? So yeah, he was learning that, and they then went into the city dressed as slaves because they had like the neck things on, the collars on, and that's how they managed to get in there and recruit soldiers, I suppose. It was a very smart move, wasn't it, getting in that way and dressed up as slaves and speaking to them. You can sort of see the older people, they were a bit more, no, we don't really want to join because, you know, yeah, they just didn't want to join, which you can sort of understand. You know, they've been through it before, and yeah, having to do this again, they weren't interested in it. And the younger guys, they were more like, yeah, we want our freedom, we want to fight. So yeah, they took over the city, didn't they? Which was yeah, is what it is. I think my issue is, it's not an issue as such, but it's sort of how I see it. Yeah, Dany wants to free the slaves, but that's not her goal. I think her goal is get a lot of soldiers and then take over King's Landing and then take the throne. You know, freeing the slaves, I think, is a bonus, but it's not the reason why she's doing it. And I think that's where people are getting a bit confused with how I feel about it. So I was saying, you know, that I don't like powerful women and all sorts of weird things. So that's not what I'm saying. You know, I'm saying I don't necessarily agree with what she is doing, because, you know, yeah, she is freeing the slaves, but she's not really, because they're fighting for her, which obviously, yeah, that is their choice. But what other choice do they have if they're not going to be fighting? That's sort of like the point that I'm trying to make. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, they took over the city and got rid of the masters, and I thought it was quite good that Barristan was saying, you know, sometimes mercy is, you know, a strength. I can't quite remember what he said, but I agree with that, because her killing the masters in front of all the slaves, you know, that's just, in how I see it, it's making her no better than them, because, you know, they're going from sort of like from one cruelty to another, because she's just being as cruel as the masters were by hanging them up and getting revenge that way. So I could have seen that, yeah, if she sort of had a bit more mercy on them, that would have put her in a better light with the slaves, I think, and for me as well. So it's a bit more humanity, yeah. But she is young, but yeah, I agree with Barristan in that situation, that it would have been better for her to just, well, let them live. Obviously not set them free, but let them live. And yeah, Jaime did go and see Tyrion, which I thought was quite good. Jaime sort of, I don't think Jaime ever really believed that Tyrion would have killed Joffrey. I don't think so, but we got out of it that yeah, Cersei was trying to kill, well, she wanted Jaime to kill Tyrion, but obviously, you know, Jaime's not going to be doing that. So yeah, I'm so concerned about this situation, but yeah, I think Tyrion's going to come out of it okay. I think them two, Jaime and Tyrion, are going to get some kind of plan and hopefully get Tyrion out of King's Landing. But we'll see. I thought it was quite interesting how, and that confused me so much, because we had Littlefinger and Sansa, and it sort of turned out that Littlefinger and Olenna was behind Joffrey's murder. And this is what confused me, because apparently the necklace had something to do with the poison or something. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. But yeah, obviously it looks like they're trying to frame Sansa, and yeah, she's an easy target, isn't it? Because they got her out of King's Landing, which means, you know, that makes her suspicious. And then the necklace as well, it was a murder weapon or something, and she was wearing that. So yeah, that was well played by Littlefinger and Olenna. But I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So yeah. I mean, obviously, I like the fact that Joffrey is dead, because he is cruel, but yeah, I'm not quite sure where we're heading with this. Obviously, Olenna is getting her own back, you know, from Tywin, because they had a bit of a battle between them, didn't they? And now she basically got the upper hand. But yeah, that was very interesting how that turned out. I'm worried for Sansa now, but yeah, I hope everything's going to be okay. I think it will be, but we'll see. Then we had Olenna and Marjorie talking about how Olenna married who she married because of she went and she snuck in to see him and that, and then Marjorie did the same to Tommen, which I don't know how old Tommen is. Please let me know, because to me it just seemed creepy. And we had Jon training the guys at Castle Black, and I thought it was quite interesting because saw this guy and he looked like Locke, and I was like, oh, that guy looks like Locke, but the way he talked, it sounded like it didn't sound the same. It was like it didn't really sound like the same accent as what Locke spoke, so it confused me. So I thought it was just a guy just an actor who looked like Locke, I suppose. But yeah, of course it was Locke, wasn't it? Because Locke was told to to go up there and basically get rid of Jon. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, obviously Thorne wasn't happy that Jon is teaching these guys how to fight. It was like, I don't really see there's anybody better to teach the guys how to fight but Jon, and Thorne is missing the bigger picture here. And I think that's what the other one, of course now I can't remember his name, but that's what he was saying, basically to get rid of Jon, you need to send Jon up to Craster's place with the Jon sympathizers, I suppose, so that way they can get rid of Jon and the guys who are with Jon. So that was a smart move, but obviously we don't like that. I quite liked the Brienne and Jaime scene, because Jaime, and this is again what it really gets me, because in the last episode Jaime raped Cersei, or was it the one before? No, it was last episode that he raped Cersei, which is is a big no. But then he does something good, so it's like where to put him. It's a really tricky situation, because nobody should be raped, but then he goes and does this, helps Brienne, gives her the Valyrian steel sword, and was it Oathkeeper? She named it, and gave her armor as well, and told her, you gotta go and make sure Sansa is okay, and basically save her. So it's like he's such a complex character, and it's like there are parts of him you want to hate, but then there's parts of him that you want to love, and it's just, yeah, he's a tricky character to like and not like. But yeah, he did the right thing, obviously, because Sansa is one of our heroes, and she's a young girl, and yeah, he made a promise, and he's keeping that promise by sending Brienne out. So yeah, I quite like the fact that he was giving him. Oh, was that Joffrey's sword? I don't know. Was it his own or Joffrey's? Please let me know. But I love the fact that we had the scene then outside when Brienne was leaving, and then who's going to be her companion, Pod. I love that. I mean, that's going to be a pairing that it's going to be brilliant, because I love both these characters. They're absolutely great, and them together, I mean, all we need is Sam. Them three together, I mean, I would love that. That'd be amazing. But yeah, obviously she wasn't quite happy about Pod. But I think it's the same as, well, not the same, but obviously with her and with Jaime, they didn't like each other whatsoever, and they've become quite close now. So I could see them become friends, Brienne and Pod. I'd love to see that. So yeah, I quite like the fact that they're getting Pod out as well, as a courtesy to Tyrion, because Pod knows a lot of things, and he's not safe either. So they're getting him out as well. I love that. So brilliant. Bran and his gang heard that baby cry, and yeah, Bran, he means really well, but this is where, I mean, he's very smart and that, but he just want to help people too much, and that got them in trouble here. He wanted to help that baby. He wanted to help that baby, and he sent Sommer out to sort of investigate what was going on, and Sommer got trapped and hurt, and yeah, they got captured as well. So that was he should have listened to the guys, but it's very likely they would have been captured anyway because they're very close, and I don't think Carl and his guys are the ones to sort of just sit back and relax. I think they're a bit paranoid that somebody's going to come and get them, so they got people out there. So I think regardless of what they would have done, they probably would have been captured anyway. But yeah. Jockin, or George, yeah, Jockin, that's what I'm going to call him. He didn't look well, and yeah, obviously it turned out that he was channeling the baby that was taken, and I think what he was doing is he was finding out where they were taking the baby, and so he knows where they are then, and that was a good move. I wasn't expecting that, and what it looked like was, I thought they killed the babies, but they clearly don't. They turn them into White Walkers. So I don't know if it's sort of like similar to like vampires. You die and then you become a vampire, and here, the baby dies and then it becomes a White Walker. So, but unlike vampires, White Walkers can grow up. So I think somebody put it in a comment, which is annoying, that it was the White Walkers were the baby's brothers or something like that, which obviously makes sense now. And yeah, I've had to block this person because that was just I've asked people not to put in spoilers, and I didn't understand the comment at the time, but yeah, it obviously makes sense now that yeah, the babies grow up to be White Walkers, and yeah, but yeah, still, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting them to kill the babies, as yeah. So yeah, very good episode. Top five. First one is Jon. He knows what he needs to do, and he's training the guys, wanting to do what's right. So yeah, he's definitely my number one in this episode. Number two is Jaime. Even though I don't like what he did in the last episode, in this episode here, he did the right thing. He got Brienne and Pod out of there, and they're gonna go search for Sansa. So yeah, he's in not quite good books yet, but yeah, I liked him in this one. Third is Dany. I'm not quite sure why I stand with her, but I liked her in this episode here. They've taken over the city and they've got a lot of people, so she's one to look out for. Yeah. Number four is Sansa. She was questioning Littlefinger, and she's quite a clever girl. I mean, she's a Stark. They are quite smart. They can work things out and that. So I liked her. In fact, she was questioning Littlefinger and sort of worked out what he was up to and that. So yeah, she's my number four. Number five is Jockin. I like the fact that he was channeling the baby. I think that's probably going to be significant because they know now where the White Walkers do the change the people into White Walkers. So it looks like you don't actually have to kill people to become White Walkers. They can just like touch them and then they become White Walkers. So yeah, he knows now where these White Walkers hang out, and that's going to be significant, I think. Bottom, Littlefinger, obviously, he's played everybody, and he's well, Olenna has as well, but there's just something menacing about the way Littlefinger does things. He's all out for himself, and he was right in saying, you play it so nobody expects you to do what it is you're doing. If you're playing it like you don't have anything, or you're not wanting anything, that's where you become dangerous. So he's a very good character, but yeah, obviously I do not like him, so he's my number one. Number two is Carl. The way he's treating these women and his men as well, disgraceful. So yeah, don't think we need to say more about that. It's pretty clear that he's a very unlikable guy. Number three is Thorne. again, he just has this problem with Jon, and he knows sending Jon up to Crastus is probably going to get him killed, but he's quite happy. He hates Jon, and yeah, so we can't have that. So he's my number 3. Number 4 is Marjorie. Again, I just found it creepy that her going into the bedroom of a young boy, trying to sort of not seduce seduce him, but yeah, I just found it creepy. That's I don't know how else to put it, but yeah. And then number 5, it's not that I don't like him, but I didn't like the decision Bran made. It was too rushed, too irrational, and it got them in a very sticky situation. So therefore, he's my number 5. It doesn't mean I don't like him, but the decision he made, yeah. So yeah, that was this episode. Very enjoyable episode, and this season is just getting better and better and better. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Yeah, that being said, I just want to thank you guys for watching my reactions, and please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And yeah, I'll see you in my next reaction.